Welcome, everyone, to the Meaningful Hearts Podcast, where we discuss the everyday questions that make us or break us if we let them. I am your host, Drew. Take my hand and let's walk this journey together. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. Today, we're going to talk about comparing yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. That's what we're going to talk about. A better version of yourself versus the old version of yourself. It's a fair metrics. It works. You might be sad about your progress, right? You might be sad about it because you're not wallowing in the cash. You're not making tons of money. You're not super successful. But are you an inch better, 3 millimeters better than you were yesterday? Did you do something different today that you didn't normally do yesterday? If that's you, raise your hand. That's awesome. But you cannot, I repeat, you cannot compare yourself to somebody who is successful today, even based on their past. You know, there are anomalies in this world. There are people that do extraordinary things. And I'm not saying that you can't do extraordinary things. I'm not saying that, but you got to understand something. Elon Musk's roommate would feel pretty bad about himself if he compared himself to Elon Musk. Elon Musk, I believe, is the richest man in the world. He's the richest man on the planet. Very, 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 very big man. Very super duper smart. Has a lot of accomplishments in his life. But his accomplishments are staggering. They're beyond successful. They're beyond extraordinarily successful. They're huge. Those are big achievements. Guy has SpaceX, trying to go to space. And you could aspire to do something similar. But just think about it. You can't compare yourself. You guys went two different paths. You have to only focus on the person you were yesterday and who you are today, because that's the person that matters. Don't compete with anybody else. It's not fair. Things happen in life. There are some people that become successful 20 years after venturing into something, okay? 20 years. And there are some people that dive in 5 years and become successful. I mean, Ryan's Mystery Playdate, that little kid Ryan that was on YouTube reviewing toys. Guys, a kid is a successful millionaire, was bringing in, I think, $15 million a year. He's a super millionaire as a child, right? He's like, I think he was like a multimillionaire before he was 9. Kid's got tons of money, right? But you can't, that's not necessarily something that is going to happen to everyone in the same process. Doesn't mean you can't become very rich and very famous and very successful, but it happens differently for everyone else. If he goes into a slump when he gets older and he's not as cute and people don't want to market him anymore, and then he has no more money and he can't do the business that he's in, what happens then? Do you still want to be that guy? No, you want to, oh, no, I don't want any part of that. Well, that's part of the game. We all get things at different times in our lives. That's when it was meant for us to have it. The only thing we can do is be good stewards of what we have and keep pushing forward. Doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy the ride. Enjoy it. The ride is the part that you have to embrace. That's the part that you're going to see and you're like, damn, I should have took more time enjoying the ride. We're always in a rush to get to our destinations. And that's great. We want to be successful. We want to be happy. I understand that. But when you arrive at your destination, you're like, wow, I enjoyed it more when I was fighting for it, right? It's just how it is. But we have to be accountable for our actions and we have to take daily steps every day, right? Nobody else's success is going to help us on our journey. It's not. I love the New York Mets and I love, the star players on the team and even the guys on the bench. They're all successful in their own right. They don't compare themselves to each other. I'm sure of it. Because then it would just screw up their careers, right? They'd be like, wow, why am I riding the bench? And this guy is, getting paid $100 million a year. I'm only getting paid $5 million a year. It's $5 million. But at the same time, when he retires, like, man, I wish I could sit on the bench. I wish I could just sit on the bench and just be there again. The camaraderie and just being there. Those are going to be the takeaways that you're going to get. You're going to think about it. Damn, I wish. Oh man, when I was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and I had that beater car, life was good then, and I didn't know it. You didn't know it then. But I want to turn you guys on to the idea of being in the current time. Be in your current situation. Be in this current situation. Be in this current time and enjoy it. It's very hard to do, but I'm telling you, when things get better, you're also going to look back and be like, you know what? I should have enjoyed it a little more and I was being a shit about it. Yeah, you have to be. Life is a journey. It's a journey of ups and downs. There's so much stuff that happens in life. So many things happen in life. A lot. Good and bad things. But you're only going to be the age you are once too. Your youth. Your youth goes along with it. So you're going to wish away your youth to be old and successful? I mean, I kind of want my youth too. So enjoy what you have at this current moment. Even if it's not everything that you want, there are certain things that you will enjoy. This is the way your life is unfolding for you. It's not going to unfold the same way for everyone. Not everybody gets to live to be in their 30s. People die in their 20s. Things happen. A lot of things happen in life. We can't be little shits about it. We can't be brats about it. It just doesn't work that way. And then you're going to deny yourself experiences because you're comparing yourself to others. When we did it as kids, oh, why does he have that toy and I don't have it, you know? Maybe you have loving parents and his parents are assholes. You ever thought of that? Maybe he goes home to abusive parents and you don't. Your parents love you and they don't have the money to give you, but they have the love to give you and the attention, and maybe you're a better product in the end, right? You have to, and you're going to look back at that. You look back at that as an adult and you're like, wow, as a kid, I really had it pretty decent. And Timmy or Brittany lived across the street, whoever it was, they lived across the street from me. I found out that they had it tough at home. You know, their parents didn't pay attention to them. Their parents didn't give them the love. They didn't tuck them in to bed at night and didn't read them books and spend time with them. And that toy that they had that they might have had fun with, I'm sure they felt alone. So you really got to think. We don't all get the same hand. We just got to learn how to play that hand. You got to learn how to play that hand properly. That's all you can do. That's all you can do is play the hand that you were dealt. And sometimes those hands suck. Sometimes you beat the dealer at the end with a crazy pocket aces. You know, you don't know what you're going to get in your hand, but you just got to be a good steward of it. And it's hard to think about that because we go through ups and downs mentally and emotionally every single day of our lives. Every day. Every day is a test. Every day is a test. You make a commitment to something and you have to stay committed to it. But every day your emotions change. You have a bad day. You have a good day. You know, I'm guilty of it myself. I'm guilty of just waking up sometimes and like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to do this. I just want to cover my head with my pillow. To pretend that I don't have to face the day, that I don't have to do things. But guess what? The results are in the activities that I entertain and I don't entertain. If I stay home, I'll be broke. If I stay home and do nothing, I'll be a loser. You know, nobody's going to pay me unless I have a YouTube channel where people watch me in bed. Maybe that's a concept. It's not something I would want to entertain. I think it sucks. But I have to get out of bed. I have to work out. All these things that you have to do. And you're going to have your down days. You're going to have days where you don't want to do shit. And listen, everybody calls out sick in their lives, right? They stay home and they hide. They eat chips. They sit on the couch and they binge watch something. It happens. You're allowed to do it. You're allowed to be a human being. We are allowed to recoup. We are allowed to have really bad situations in our lives and we take a little bit of a break. It's okay. But as long as you can tell yourself, hey, I got to get back up on the horse and I got to ride. I got to ride into the sunset because that's my ultimate goal. That's fine. Life is a journey and there are a lot of things that happen along the journey. It's never going to be perfect. I don't give a shit who you are. You're going to go through stuff. Even celebrities go through things, really bad things, and things in public. They get humiliated and they have to deal with it in public and constantly face these questions, right? It happens. It's the good with the bad, right? You got to take it all. But you have to be your biggest fan. Just because you don't hit home runs doesn't mean you can't make a difference in the game with base hits, right? Very simple. Small ball. A good thing here, a good thing there. Don't try to knock it out of the park in one swing. You're going to be very disappointed when you fail and fall on your face. If you just go up to and be modest, that's what I could say. Just be modest. You know, expect there's going to be a lot of failures. Expect there's going to be a lot of things in your life that are not going to go your way. And the things are that there are things that are going to go your way, and like vice versa. It's just going to happen that way. And there are going to be times where you think that you're untouchable. You're just going to have a good run, and then you're going to have a shitty run. Happens. It's fine. It's normal. And yes, we're going to have a bad attitude about it. Okay, you can get pissed off. You can have a little hissy fit. It's going to happen. It's life. You could pull a tantrum. You could stamp your feet. You can cry. But as soon as you open your eyes, the sun will shine tomorrow. The sun will shine tomorrow after that. It's going to rain one day. The sun will shine tomorrow. It doesn't matter. Well, no matter what matters is you showing up and giving it your best, because that's the only thing you'll be able to live with. I gave it my all, and this is the result. At least you could say you did whatever you could. Other people's efforts in their lives, they get the results they get. Not everybody gets the same result. We don't all get the same hand. And that's the hand that you have to play. That's it. Just be a good sport about it. That's all I can say. Because there are people that have less, and they're better at dealing with things than people that have more. Just can't see it. But that's being human, right? Human nature. We always look for what we don't have. Well, I want you to stop and think about what you do have. And I also want you to keep writing your goals and aspirations down. Make a checklist. Keep yourself honest about what you're doing in your life. Hold yourself accountable. If you say you're going to do something, then I need you to know the steps that are required to do it. And if you can't tell me the steps, if you can't honestly admit to yourself the steps, then you know you're not doing your homework. You're not doing it, right? If you get an assignment at the end of the semester that's due, and in the middle of the semester, you like, wow, the paper's not done. I have done no research. Well, you're not going to get a good report, right? You're not going to write a good paper. You have to do the research. You have to do the work, right? It's the same thing. Just game it up the same way. Whatever it is that you want to do, steps leading to it. And look at yourself every day. And I guarantee you, when you start making progress, you're going to be happy about that. You're going to be happy about, look at me, I'm doing it. I'm really doing it. Look at me 3 months ago. Look at me 6 months ago. You're going to start to look further and further back versus who you are today. And you're going to be like, wow, I'm really proud of that person. And you're going to think less and less about all those other people making big strides in their lives because you're focused on yourself. And that's the only thing that's important, because you are the only person that can pull yourself up out of a rut, out of the ditch. You're the only person. You move your arms and legs. You use your mind. You wake up late. You wake up early. It's all on you. The things you put in your body, the fitness that you give yourself, that's all on you. No matter what happens, it is up to you to make it. And I believe in everyone. And I'm a work in progress too. And I have to be accountable for myself too. But just let me know what you guys are feeling, how everything's working out for you, all the podcasts that you listened to so far. Give me some feedback, guys. At the Meaningful Hearts Podcast on IG, the Meaningful Hearts Podcast at gmail.com. Like, comment, send me a message. Maybe I'll have you guys on the show sharing some of your successes, sharing some of your failures, and maybe some insight on things that can change for others, because we're looking to grow in this podcast, and I want everybody who listens to know that we love and care about them. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Good night.